So, good afternoon. Today we discuss about MIS. We continue the last class. MIS, third year Bcom, computer applications. Third year Bcom, computer applications. Third year Bcom, computer applications, in statistics, MIS. So, we continue with the last PPT. We continue with the last PPT. So, So, in everyday life, we use information generated by an information system. Example, surfing the web, withdrawing money, asking for a report. Nowadays, computer-based system generates lots of information. So, generally, we may the information may be collected. The information may be collected, or information may be gathered from various resources. So, what is a system? So, generally, a group of interrelated components working together towards a common goal by accepting inputs and producing outputs in an organized transformation process. That is a dynamic assessment. So, generally, MIS is a group of interrelated components working together towards achieving some goal or towards reaching some goal. Common goal by taking some inputs from various resources and producing outputs in variety of forms, or producing outputs in different forms for as per the requirements of the departments in an organized transformation process. That is a dynamic system. So, what are the different concepts related to information system? So, what are the main terms or terminology? What are the main terms or terminology used in information system? Means data and information and computer based information system. So, what is data and what is information and what is computer based information systems? All these are we are going to discuss. So, data means stream of raw data. What is the data? Data means stream of raw facts representing events, means occurring in an organization on the physical environment before being structured so that people can understand and use them. So, what is the data? Data is nothing but it is a stream of some raw facts representing events. Events means occurring in an organization on the physical environment before being structured. So, next is the information. What is information? Information is nothing but data which is meaningful and useful to human beings. So, generally, information is nothing but data which is meaningful and useful to human beings. And computer based information system. What is a computer based information system? Means information systems that rely on, what are computer based information systems? Means information systems that rely on computer hardware and software for processing and disseminating information. So, generally, computer based information systems are used to capture some information. They are also called as information systems that rely on computer hardware and software for processing and disseminating information. So, next is what is the exact definition of information system? So, what is the exact definition of what is information system? Means generally information systems are used to collect, stores and disseminates information from an organization's environment and internal operations to support organizational functions and decision making, communication, coordination and control, analysis and visualization. So, generally this IS means information systems is generally used to collect, stores and disseminates information from an organization's environment and internal operations to support organizational functions and decision making, communication, coordination, control, analysis and visualization. So, in this diagram, in this PPT or in this slide, we may explain about this. So, data is generally transferred into next stage, that is called as transformation process, In that, from that it is converted into information. So generally, data is converted into information by using some transformation process. So IS means information system generally provides a solution to a problem or change facing a firm and provides a real economic value to the business. So generally, IS means information systems is a solution. It is a computer-based solution. It is a computer-based solution to a problem and challenge facing a firm and providing real economic value to the business. So generally, information systems provide gives a correct solution to a given problem or maybe use it to challenge to face a challenge a firm or an organization and provides real time or real economic value to the business. So in this diagram we may generally the information is passed through decision making process or comes to decision making process, and by taking some appropriate decisions and acting or taking some actions against the problem. So next is information can be, so what is an information, or what can be, which part or what can be used as an information. So generally information can be in many parts. Generally information may be in many parts, taken from various resources like input to the production of output, and asset means contributing to the production of output, and commodity means can be solid or can be sold. So all these are the different parts of different areas where information can be taken or coming from. So generally resources and assets and commodity means generally information can be taken from resources like inputs of the departments and outputs of the departments, and assets means contributing to the production of the output, and commodity means can be sold or can be transaction, can be taken part in the transactions. Like so, how information should be formed, or how information is formed means generally information should be accurate. Means accurate information is error free. In some cases, inaccurate information is generating because inaccurate data is fed into the transformation process. It is commonly called garbage in and garbage out. Next is complete. So what is complete? Means complete information should be taken. Complete information should be collected or taken. Means complete information contains all the important facts. For example, an investment report that does not include all the important costs is not complete. So that is incomplete. So incomplete data or information should not be taken. And the third one is economical. Means information should also be relatively economical to produce. So decision makers must always balance the value of information with the cost of producing it. So the information taken should be economical to someone else. And flexible means flexible information can be used for a variety of purposes. Flexible information can be used for a variety of purposes. For example, information on how much inventory is on hand for a particular part can be used by a sales representative is closing as a value, by a production manager to determine whether more inventory is needed, and by a financial executive to determine the total value the company has invested in. Reliable means generally the information should be in a reliable form. Means reliable information can be developed on. Means in many cases the reliability of the information depends on the reliability of the data collection method. So in other instances, reliability depends on the source of the information. So next, relevant means relevant information should be collected. Means the information collected should be relevant to some part of the MIS system or some part of the institutions or organizations. So relevant information is important to the decision makers. So information that prices might drop isn't simple. And another factor is Information collected should be simple, in a simple manner or a simple form. Information should also be simple, not overly complex and sophisticated, and detailed information may not be needed. In fact, too much information can cause information overloaded, whereby a decision maker has too much information and is unable to determine. Next is timely, means the information should be timely produced or timely generated, means timely information is delivered. Timely information is delivered when it is needed, means knowing last week's weather conditions will not help when trying to decide what course to get to. Generally means the information produced or generated should be timely, means it should be current information. Next is verifiable, means information should be verifiable, means this means that you can check it to make sure it is correct, perhaps by checking many sources for the same information. Accessible means information should be easily accessible by authorized users, to be obtained in the right format and in the right time. Secure means information should be secure form, secure from access by unauthorized users. So next is sources of information. So what are the different sources of information or information to be collected? So what are the different sources of information to be collected? Generally, personal information sources which provide information throughout contact with sales staff, customers, suppliers, distributors, bankers, etc. Impersonal information sources means which range from general publications, means the example reports on the current situations, bank and official entries report, entity reports, specialized journals to specific studies, example market research, opinion studies, consultants reports, like that. So these are the two different ways to collect sources of information. So what are the important concepts? What are the various concepts of information systems? So generally it is divided into five parts, five components: management challenges and information technologies, foundation concepts, and development processes and business applications. So all these are by using all these components, we may generally form an MIS or information system in an organization or company. So we discuss one by one thing. So what are management challenges? Means what are the various problem statements, and what are the current situations and current problems which are faced by the management and company and departments, like that. And information technologies means which type of technologies are what are the different technologies, what are the different hardware and software technologies used presently running hardware and information technology environment. And the foundation concepts and development process and business applications means what are the different business applications presently running in the organization. So this is the another diagram of explaining about the context of information system, means how a information system is basically working, means. So generally information system or MIS may contain three components. First one is input, and second one is output, and third one is processing. So generally processing, clarify, classify, arrange, calculate. So there are many other departments, and there are many other parts of a company are directly related to MIS system, like suppliers, environment, organization, customers and competitors, stockholders, regulatory agencies. All these are directly related to, directly or indirectly related to an MIS system. So generally in an MIS system, In the context, generally it is accepts some input by the users or from the users and generates the various outputs or reports by the users. Next is typical components of IS. So what are the different components of IS? What are the different components or parts of information systems? So hardware, computer hardware such as processors, monitors, keyboard and printers, but also sensors, tracking devices, etc. Software, these are the programs used to organize, process and analyze the data. Databases are related. Databases are related means information systems work with data organized into tables, files, repositories like that. So, what are the different components of IS? Means generally hardware and computer hardware like such as processors, monitors, keyboards and printers, but also the sensors, tracking devices, etc. Software is another part or component of the information system. So these are the programs used to organize, process and analyze the data. And the databases are related information systems work with the data organized into tables, files and repositories. So what are the functions or functionalities? What are the functions or functionalities of information system? So generally, information system or IS is mainly used to capturing the data or information, collection of data and collection of data capturing and storage of data. Second component is storage of data in different hardware environments by using various access mechanisms. Third one is information processing, means to process or to calculate or to generate various reports required by various managers, departments, applications, and distribution or dissemination of information, means to distribute the information, to distribute the same information or same reports to various parts or components of a organization. So these are the different functions or functionalities of IS. So data capturing and collection and storage of data and information processing and distribution or dissemination of information. Next is IS in the value chain model. So what are the various what are the other components or other parts of information system? Means the value chain covers all the activities a company undertakes in order to offer a product or service. So company infrastructures, human resource management, HR and technological development and purchasing and input logistics, operations, output logistics, marketing. Why IS are so essential in business today? So means why information systems are so essential in business today? Means today's business uses information systems to achieve six major objectives. First is operational excellence. Second one is new products, services and business models. New products, introduction of new products, services and business models, and customer or supplier intimacy and improved decision making and competitive advantages, day-to-day survival, like that. So information systems have become essential for helping organizations to operate in a global economy. All core business processes are digitally enabled. So why information systems or IS is really required or useful to business today? Means operational excellence and introduction of new products while using new products and services, business services and business models, designing and developing business models and business services, and customer supplier intimacy and improved decision making and competitive advantages like that. So next is business process and their relationships too. So what is the relationship in between business process or business processes and to IS? What is the relationship between business processes and to the relationship? So a business process, generally a business process is a logically related set of activities that define how specific business tasks are performed. So a business process is a logically related set of activities that define how specific business tasks are performed. A business can be viewed as a collection of business processes. A business can be viewed as a collection of business processes and information systems. IS can help organizations achieve greater efficiencies by automating parts of these processes or by helping organizations redesign and streamline them. So generally these are the different points regarding information systems. So let's consider the process of cooking and the process of software development. So this is a simple example of using So what are the different types of information systems? What are the different types of information systems available? So what are the different types of information systems? So there are many types of IS or information systems are available. Generally various levels of people uses different levels of different types of IS systems. So first one is executive information systems. So executive information systems are generally used by executives, top level executives. And second one is decision supportive system, DSS. DSS or decision supportive systems are generally used by senior managers. Third one is management information systems, MIS, used by middle level managers. Fourth one is transaction processing systems, TPS. Transaction processing systems are generally used by workers in an organization. So first one is transaction management system, transaction processing systems. So keep track of basic activities and transactions of organization. Example, sales, receipts, cash deposits, payroll, credit decisions, flow of materials in a factory, all these things. So generally transaction processing systems are generally used to track or used to process various activities like activities or transactions of an organization like sales, day-to-day sales, and cash deposits and withdrawals, payroll systems, and credit additions, flow of materials in a factory like production departments, used in production department like that. Second one is management information system and decision support systems, means MIS and DSS. So help with monitoring, controlling, decision making and administrative activities. So mainly MIS and DSS are mainly used to monitor the monitoring purpose and controlling purpose and decision taking or decision making purpose and administrative purposes of the organization or company. And next is business intelligence and business intelligence systems. So mainly what are business intelligence systems means data and software tools for organizing and analyzing data and use it to help managers and users to make improved decisions. And what are the business intelligence systems means management information systems, decision support systems, and executive support systems. So these three systems, MIS, DSS, and ESS, are also called as business intelligence systems. And so we may continue in the next class.